there isn't a holistic type of approach to the education.
They are not allowed to be children. There are specific things that they are supposed to learn at specific times.
You know, this is obviously what everyone else around me is doing, but is it right?
Well, shouldn't they be getting homework in kindergarten and first grade?
And it just didn't seem like they were really looking into who he was as a person.
You know, because he's perfectly fine the way he is, and he doesn't need to conform to just sitting quietly and listening and not expressing himself.
We're your education, and one of our messages is you don't have to go outside. And so then you have this generation of people who are on their devices inside all the time. That can't be good. That can't be good.
What I think most people hope for is that children are self-motivated.
Children are learning to grow and learn who they are, and if you don't give them the chance to blossom, then they're going to have a sense of that anxiety.
I mean, those things they can trifle your whole life, you know? They can really, you just can't get past it.
Regardless of their abilities, regardless of whether they learn things quickly or learn things slowly, there's no meeting the child where they are. It's, we're going to put you into this machine, and this is what you're going to do, whether you want to do it or not, whether you're ready for it or not.
Education isn't really something you do to a child, but that you're lighting the fire and you're letting them unfold and really acknowledging what's true about them and what's unique for them and letting that blossom.
Waldorf has a more gentle approach, and they start with storytelling.
It's like, let's nurture the imagination for these people so that they can take this into the world for their entire lives.
It's strategic, it's done on purpose. The child feels comfortable automatically.
Which is why I think my daughter comes home and plays these games around spelling or math and things like that, because her experience of it is that it's fun.
I mean, when you walk onto the campus and you can hear the kids running around and they're laughing and they're playing, you realize there's something going on here that's different and better.
Just to constantly be surrounded by that and the children of people like that.
You can take a right or a left turn.
And that's really what they teach here, is how to problem solve, how to work with each other, you know, critical thinking, creativity, imagination.
You know, art and music and movement is often incorporated in their academics.
Instead of receiving textbooks, they actually make their own.
Waldorf not only nurtures the children, it nurtures the entire family. As parents, we are taken along on this journey.
What you end up with is a very healthy social environment.
To be selfish, it's very comfortable and warming to know that's where your child is for a bulk of his day.
All of us, including the parent body, have a commitment to the Waldorf way.
When they come home and they're playing in their rooms by themselves, and I hear them singing. And they're singing these beautiful songs, typically of songs that they've either heard from other children or from their teachers at school. And they will actually start to add in their own subject matter into the song so that it becomes theirs. But it's this spontaneous singing, spontaneous laughing.
Well, first, when he said he wanted to go to school and liked school, you know, that was one of those like, oh man, it's worth it. You know, like, I never said that. Never did I ever say that growing up.
I'm starting to see what I'd hoped for, and that's that she's thriving.
The children are happy. They're singing all the time. They're telling stories.
Whenever he's in the bathroom, you can hear him singing a song from Waldorf.
When I was a child, when we would drive by the school, it was like I would typically do this because it wasn't a fun place to be. You had to go, but it wasn't like that's where I really wanted to be. When we drive by this school, my kids yell and scream at me, like, Papa, there's the school.
She's 9 and she can play 3 instruments, speak 2 foreign languages. And it's not because it's been drilled into her. It's because it's a joy and it's integrated in the curriculum.
He likes to come and learn and be around this environment. That's huge.
You see that school life following into your home life, and it starts to become more of a lifestyle.
It's such a difference, right? Like, this school adds so much to our lives.
I mean, one of the biggest compliments that we receive is when we walk around our neighborhood is our neighbors will come out of their houses and say things to us like, what I love about hearing your kids playing in the pool and walking around in our neighborhood is they're happy kids. You have the happiest kids.
Really lucky to have met graduates of this program.
They have the whole toolkit, right? They're bright, they're curious, they know how to engage, they're self-starters, they have all that.
Because you can see it. You can see it in their eyes, you can see it in the way they interact with other kids.
When I think my son can have that for himself, I just don't worry about anything else.
You know, this process creates a different kind of human.
It changes your life, the entire family.
I don't care if the future goes towards all computers and he does or does not have some background in technology, it won't matter. Whatever he likes later on in life, when he hones in on the vocational skills, he'll do that, but he'll be a person who's well-rounded, he'll be a person who knows himself, who knows his sensitivities, and he can do whatever he wants to do.
I mean, who doesn't want that for their kids, right?
I am a better mother for being in the Waldorf system and supporting my children in that way.
This education is amazing for them because it inspires them to learn, and once you've done that, then the rest is just them conquering the world.